Come on, Tio. Making me look bad out here. Hey, look. It's Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. I pride myself in breaking things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. And look, we call Boots a duck for ducking Teofimo Lopez. We call Boots a duck for ducking Virgil Ortiz. We call Devin Haney a duck for ducking Teofimo Lopez when Top Rank sent him an offer and Bill Haney went on, you know what I'm saying, on other channels and said, you know, we declined the offer because we don't want to work with Top Rank. Who else? We've been calling Canelo Alvarez a duck for not fighting David Benavidez. We called the guys like Keith Thurman and Earl Spence ducks. You know, PBC fighter that was trying to not fight Terrence Book Crawford. We called them a duck. Teofimo Lopez agreed on a contract with Devin the Dream Haney and pulled out of the negotiations. We got to call that a duck too. Hopefully Teofimo Lopez go back into the negotiation table. You know what I'm saying? And renegotiate and get that fight with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Teofimo Lopez, the two-time lineal champion. You know what I'm saying? The most accomplished fighter of this young generation. He ain't scared of nobody. He ain't scared of nobody. Ain't nobody gonna be scared of Devin Haney. Come on, Devin Haney can't. He's stepping on the water bug. The water bug is gonna keep on running. You know what I'm saying? Not even the carnival guy was backing down from Devin Haney. Feel me? But if Teofimo Lopez not willing to fight Devin Haney when the money is right, they agree on all terms. The only thing is that seems like there's some different type of energy in not trying to fight in Saudi Arabia. But you was willing to fight out there in Saudi Arabia when you was going to fight the potential fight with Bruce Ennis. And we all know that Teofimo Lopez went and said distasteful things to Turkey Al Sheikh. We understand that. And we also understand that out there in Saudi Arabia, allegedly, you know, you say something that's out of line, you know, because over here is freedom of speech. But over there, you know what I'm saying, it ain't all of that. And maybe there's uncomfortability, some uncomfortability. I don't know. I'm guessing because Teofimo Lopez is willing to fight Devin Haney. The money is right. There was a report, you know, several days ago when Dan Rafael did report that Teofimo Lopez was not going to get the same money that he was going to get with Jerome Bruce Ennis. And that was the frustration. And look, anybody going to be frustrated about that? Let's be real, let's be honest. If you was promised X amount of dollars, you know, Teofimo Lopez did negotiate some deals before the Barbosa fight with Turkey Al Sheikh and his representatives. And, you know, he was supposed to get an X amount of dollars in his second fight. And because, you know, Bruce Ennis declined the fight, he ducked him. We called Jerome Bruce Ennis a duck. They wasn't trying to give Teofimo Lopez the same amount of money. You know what I'm saying? For Devin the Dream Haney. That was on the table. But it seems like, you know, yesterday when everything was locked in and the report, you know what I'm saying, but the boxing scene said, you know what? The fight is signed by both fighters. In the 11th hour, it seems like Teofimo Lopez pulled out of the fight. Now, we don't know the how you say it? The overall facts of what's the reason, because nobody knows the reason. Nobody knows the reason. But we got to keep it on bossy, logically, and objectively. If we're going to call somebody a duck, especially when there is contract on the table and you decline, we call Devin Haney a duck for having a contract on the table. We called him a duck when Top Rank sent the offer and he pulled out and he didn't want to negotiate. You know what I'm saying? I called Bill Haney, Devin Haney a duck for that. So hopefully Teofimo Lopez gets locked in, get this fight. I believe that Teofimo Lopez will beat the crap out of Devin the Dream Haney on August 16th. I think that's a great opportunity for Teofimo Lopez to fight on August 16th. As we all know, Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be fighting Lamar Roach in a rematch, right? And shout out to Stephen Fulton on Shaki Fall, so they're going to be in a co-main event. That's going to be an epic day in the sport of boxing. But I think that Teofimo Lopez, his momentum is all at an all-time high, working on all cylinders. His intellect and physical ability is coexisting at the highest level. Devin Haney, in his last outing was running from Jose Ramirez. Imagine how he's going to run away from Teofimo Lopez. Hopefully that Devin Haney, if the fight gets finalized, he don't run from Teofimo Lopez and put up a great fight, a great chess match like he did versus Vasily Lomachenko, like he did versus Regis Prograis. But we need to see the fight. I wanted to see Jerome Bruce Ennis versus Teofimo Lopez because both of them have great momentum. Both of them are lineal champions. Teofimo Lopez could have moved up to the welterweight division and dare to be great. He's upset. You know what I'm saying? He's frustrated that that fight did not take place. That was an easy fight to make. Everybody was lined up to fight. Turkey Al Sheikh, a.k.a. Aladdin, a.k.a. Baco Popular, the ATM on the sport of boxing. He was ready to go. Spend that moolah, spend that money. Devin Haney was supposed to be fighting Ryan Garcia, but Ryan Garcia did fumble the bag. He had hand surgery. But Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney has been one of the most marinated build-up fights in the sport of boxing and the pros. They've been talking. They've been trash talking amongst each other. Bill Haney, the father, Teofimo Lopez Sr., the father. They've been trash talking each other for a long time in a very respectful but competitive way. This is a great fight. Great opportunity for both fighters. But I believe my prediction is that Teofimo Lopez is going to beat Devin Haney. August 16th. You steal the day. You're going to be the face of American boxing, hands down. That resume is Hall of Fame first ballot bound. Now, he already got a Hall of Fame resume. We don't know if he's going to be first, second, third ballot. But let me say it like this. He beats Devin the Dream Haney, and Devin Haney in his record is still undefeated, even though that we saw what Ryan Garcia did. But he beat Devin Haney. And we're looking at a legendary resume by the age of 27, 28 years old. The sky's the limit. Around this time, Floyd Mayweather beat Chop Chop Corley at the age of 27. I'm gonna say he's gonna be the face of American boxing. He beats Devin Haney from pillar to post. Worse than Ryan Garcia, ladies and gentlemen. Teofimo Lopez, but Teofimo Lopez got to sign for the fight. The stage is set for Teofimo Lopez to truly take over. But I got to keep it real. I got to keep it honest, unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Teofimo Lopez is my guy. I rock with him 100%. But me rocking with him 100% is also keeping it real 100%. See, I'm not like these other channels out here that we'll see. Let's say, for example, there's channels out there that support Devin Haney and salute to everybody that support your favorite fighter, right? Or they rep Bill Haney, but they gotta, you know what I'm saying, support Devin Haney because they cool with Bill Haney. But it is what it is, whatever, right? See, if I was supporter of Devin Haney, see, this is the difference between Punch Drunk Boxing and the others. If Teofimo Lopez have a high performance, I'll be like, damn, Teofimo Lopez had a high performance. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You supposed to knock out Steve Claggett, man. You was calling out Bud Crawford, man. That fight is, that performance is unacceptable for the call out to send a statement that you want Bud Crawford, right? I keep it real, I keep it honest. Won every round, but I keep it real, keep it honest. But the Devin Haney fanboys, we know that he was a borer. We know he was running. He was running like crazy. No, he didn't run. He ain't run. That's the sweet signs. If y'all don't know boxing, shut the F up. See, that's the difference between me. That's the difference. Hey, yo, Ryan Garcia, man, whoop his ass. No, he didn't. It was Osterin. He took Osterin. He turned to the Incredible Hulk, and it was Osterin that beat Devin Haney. See, I keep it real. I keep it honest. See, y'all, people are just scared to compromise their subscribers and their followers, but I keep it real. If Teofimo Lopez avoid this fight, great money, great opportunity, he'll be the favorite. Everything that he been doing. Teofimo Lopez been complaining that he haven't got paid real good in all these years, and now the money is good. No excuse. No excuse. Oh, maybe if you're going to fight out there in Saudi Arabia, still no excuse because you're a world champion. A world champion fights anywhere, anytime, any place, right? I gave Teofimo Lopez the credit when we were talking about Oscar De La Hoya, that he reminded me of Oscar De La Hoya because Oscar De La Hoya will fight anybody, anytime, any place. And Teofimo Lopez has done just that. Beating Vasily Lomachenko, beating Richard Comey, beating Nakatani, beating Josh Taylor, beating George Ortiz and Sandor Martin, beating Barbosa. And now has the opportunity to fight Devin the Dream Haney. Come on now. If you avoid that fight, I have to say it, that Teo dug Devin Haney. Just like Devin Haney dug Teofimo Lopez when he declined the top-ranked contract and went on to have a year off and then secure the fight with Jose Ramirez to get the rematch with Ryan Garcia. We got to keep it real. We got to keep it honest. Ain't nothing standing in the way of Teofimo Lopez not to get this fight. It seems like Turkey Al Sheikh and the representative has forgiven Teofimo Lopez because he just agreed on everything. Shout out to Keith Connolly that has done a wonderful job. Keith Connolly, the manager, has done a wonderful job in securing the fight with Conor Benn, with Edgar Berlanga, with Richard Hitchens. He might be manager of the year. Teofimo Lopez may be fighter of the year for the second time if he beats back-to-back Barbosa, undefeated, and Devin the Dream Haney, undefeated. And a catchweight, so he's actually a little bit moving up. But we got to keep it real, got to keep it honest. Look, I call my favorite fighters. Bruce Ennis is one of my favorite fighters. It hurt me to say that he dug Virgil. I love Virgil. He hasn't dug. Canelo Alvarez is one of my favorite fighters. You know how hard it was for me to say, damn, Canelo Alvarez is ducking David Benavidez? And I got to keep it real, keep it honest. The reason why I'm cool with Teo is because also Teo, we real like that where, you know, we just keep it real. That's the difference between me and them other fanboys. They don't want to keep it real publicly with their favorite fighter. Teofimo Lopez, I want Teofimo Lopez to take this fight. This is a fight that I've been asking for. The fans been asking for. Beat the crap out of Devin the Dream Haney. And move on and probably go after Boots. Matter of fact, he got a big opportunity if he could fight the winner, Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao. A win versus Devin Haney, and then you move up to the 147-pound division and fight a Manny Pacquiao. If he beats Mario Barrios, the sky's the limit. He need to take advantage of this opportunity. Nothing is promised tomorrow, but if Teofimo Lopez declined to fight Devin Haney for good, that me as Punch Drunk Boxing, I would say he avoided and is a duck. Regardless, I'm not saying the duck is scared. Maybe he's ducking to work with Turkey Al Sheikh. I don't know, just like Devin Haney was ducking to work with Top Rank. But we called him a duck and we keep it real. So we got to do the same thing to everybody else, regardless if they're my favorite fighter or not. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite fighters with Keith Tom Thurman. It was hard for me to say, you know what, damn, man. He didn't fight Earl Spence. But he went to fight Manny Pacquiao. He didn't fight Earl Spence. He went to fight Josecito Lopez. It is what it is, man. They say, talk the talk, walk the walk, right? Business decisions speak louder than words. Business decision speak louder than words. Come on, Teo. Let's get this fight. Come on, Teo. Wake up. Let's get this fight. Sign it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Making me look bad out here, man. You're making me look bad out here.